No lie, I have not done this in like a week and a half, probably 2 weeks. So I'm afraid I messed something up. Oh man. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, where have I been? Where have I been? It's been a long time. Probably like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. But still, it's been too long. I haven't touched One Piece in so long, man. Let me tell you. As a college student, you already know. When finals come around, it grabs you by the neck. Like that Sasuke meme, you know, the Itachi and Sasuke meme where Itachi got Sasuke by the neck. Finals is Itachi and I'm Sasuke. That's what it was doing. It was grabbing my neck. It was like, pay attention, it's time. I watch Naruto, so I can make that reference. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We are back for some more One Piece. Last time we watched episodes 365 to 370, and I had to take the liberty to rewatch those episodes because, my memory was a little hazy on the most recent episodes. Even my notes couldn't cut it. But let's go ahead and run through. See what I missed, see what I may have forgotten. Just do a little recap because I need it just as much as you guys. You guys probably don't need it, but I need it a lot. So Nami beat Absalom. That's a big one right there. Nami defeated Absalom, although it was mostly Sanji's glorious footwork that had greatly weakened Absalom. But, she dealt the finishing blow, so technically she gets the kill, right? She gets the kill. Sanji has the assist, but Nami got the kill right there. The team attacks. Finally, the Straw Hats gave us a glorious team attack combo, just a full barrage of amazing teamwork between the Straw Hats. It was some amazing attacks for sure, and I hope we get to see more of that. It is a big villain. Ore is huge, so it's going to take more than just 1v1s all around to beat him. It has to take some teamwork, and I guess they kind of teased it in Eni's lobby with few of the attacks they did, but here we got to see it full blown, and that was incredible. So I love me some team attacks. Kuma's ability, so I had a question mark around that because Perona got dusted. She got wrecked. I don't know what happened to her. Something happened. Kuma pulled some warlord-esque mystery attack. You know how they do, and the anime is just like, oh, what did he just use? Some all-powerful being? And like 10 episodes later, it's like, oh, it's just that? Okay. But, we don't know what exactly Kuma did to Perona like, there's some dust around her when he did this. I don't know what he just like smack her into the underworld or something. Like he pulled a Thanos and just snapped her. I have no clue. But as we know, for now, I guess Perona is dead. No confirmation on what happened to her exactly. They're just gonna leave us at that. Nami's shocked expression, all her little toys or whatever shocked. But apparently Kuma is an untamed beast that we know absolutely nothing about as far as the warlords go. Even what was the other guy, Doflamingo? We don't know nothing about him. We don't know how far or the extent of these warlords' abilities. We're seeing Moria fight a little bit more now. We'll get into that in a little bit. But as far as what these other warlords are able to do, hell, even Mihawk, and we saw him damn over 300 episodes ago, right? So we really don't know what these warlords are about. All we saw Mihawk do was slice up some ships and obliterate Zoro. So we know he's stronger than him at that point, at least. 300 episodes, Zoro's grown a lot, but still feel like Mihawk is stronger. But we don't know what these guys can do. And as I've seen with One Piece, these things stretch along. Just like Luffy, they be stretching along, man. They like to keep it going. So it seems as though there's a bit more depth with Moria's thinking and why exactly he so wants to grab the Straw Hats, why he wants to capture their shadows, or capture them, but why he wants to keep the shadows. Something about asking about Ace I wrote here. I'm gonna have to look back. I don't remember exactly what. I guess someone asked about Ace. Why did I write that? Hold up. I'm gonna have to look back on that. Zoro and Sanji willing to sacrifice for that. That was a big moment right there. They were willing to sacrifice themselves for Luffy. I remember that bit. That was episode 369. They're like, as long as we get Luffy's shadow back, as long as that man survives, it's all good. So that's pretty crazy to see just how, like, we know Zoro's loyal. We know Zoro's willing to go above and beyond to make sure Luffy's, not only his commands are followed, but the crew is taken care of and all that. It's really cool to see Sanji do that too, because they have a lot of those gag moments where Sanji just treats them like idiots. But um, I'm assuming all the Straw Hats at the very least have some sort of respect for Luffy. Even Frankie, and he's one of the newer members, but some of them have to have some sort of respect for Luffy to be part of the crew and to call him their captain. I mean, you don't just call anyone your captain, right? If you got some level of respect for yourself, you gotta be able to respect the person that you're calling your captain, like you're calling your leader. Like you gotta have something for them, right? Um, Blackbeard is a warlord, which is pretty wild. Not even pretty wild. It's really wild. Like Jesus Christ. Um, this whole thing, I don't understand what the process, like what form do you have to fill out? Who do you interview with? Like what is the process of becoming a warlord? Why make him a warlord? Because the last we seen him, it was the fight with Ace, and they just ended that on a cliffhanger. They said like it was some crazy happened with that fight, but I don't really understand why make him a warlord. We did see his ability. We don't know the extent to his ability. We don't know the extent really to anyone's devil fruit ability or anyone's power really, because as far as we know, devil fruits don't really have no limit. Like, have we seen a limit to a devil fruit? No. Like, as long as you can keep thinking, as long as you have some sort of will or motivation to keep going through with what you're doing, and there's something pushing you along, you always figure out something to do with your devil fruit. We've seen it clearly with Luffy. Like, this man has been able to, like, I guess, push, not even push the limits, just outthink everyone in terms of what he's able to do with his own devil fruit. And I guess with how crazy Luffy is, thinking outside the box isn't really hard for him. So he's able to, um, I guess, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, do more with his devil fruit than other people will. Like, it's not just surface level for him. He's like really digging deep with what exactly he can do with this devil fruit, how far he can push it. Most people just use their devil fruit for what its main name is or what its main power is, but Luffy's like, really experimenting with it, what exactly you can do with it. Even like Robin, Chopper, like a lot of people, not only on the Straw Hats but outside the Straw Hats, we see people that are able to really twist and turn their devil fruit and use it for um, attacks and support abilities for much more than it really is. Like we saw recently with Robin, she was able to make wings out of all of her hands or whatever. We know with Chopper, he has a little he has a rumble ball, so he's able to alter his devil fruit that way. We saw way back with NL, he was able to like use electricity and not just shocking people with it or zapping people, but he was able to use the heat from the lightning to alter his weapon. Like it was a gold weapon, he was able to alter. Like it's just, there's a whole slew of things that they can do with these abilities. So I really don't think there's too much of a limit to what they can do. Because if we look at other anime like Hunter x Hunter, like the extent of their abilities are unknown too, just because it's the same thing here. Like it's just how you think about it. So that's really cool to see, and I think that really helps with the longevity, or is it longevity, whatever, of the series, because um, if there's no limit to the abilities, then you really can just go above and beyond with it, which is really cool to see. Brooke saves the crew. He was able to assist the crew with the big bag of salt that they're somehow gonna have to force Oars to ingest, even though this man Moria decided to hunker down inside of Oars' stomach and make his home there. He's basically controlling Oars like he's like a giant robot, like some mech suit or something like that. Like he's Diva. He just hopped inside of his mech suit. Overwatch reference if you guys didn't know. And episode 370, we got introduced to Nightmare Luffy. Not really introduced to really, but we explained to what it is. We didn't really get a good look at him other than like a close-up shadowy look. But speaking of shadows, it's literally just 100 shadows jam-packed into Luffy. He's able to take the power of these shadows and use them to become stronger. We did see that he was able to sort of use the abilities of or the skills, I guess, of the shadow that he inherits, and through that, like, you know, he takes a shadow of a swordsman, he's suddenly able to use swords. Like, he got that Zoro skill going, and I guess that kind of undermines what he said way back when in Arlong Park, and I think he said it before in Eddie's lobby, but it's talking about how, like, he can't use swords for shit. He can't cook. He can't snipe. He can't navigate. He can't do none of that. That's why he needs other people. But if he just takes shadows, he can do all of that, right? That's thinking too deep into it. But that basically wraps up everything that we had seen last time, and it's good for me to really just catch up on what I saw before. So we're gonna get into it now. Episode 371. Let's go. Play button. Oh my god, that was quick. Jesus. Where'd it go? Heaven? Impossible. It's disgusting. That was disgusting. Oh my lord. Okay, so Moria's defeated. He threw up every single shadow. All 1,000 shadows have been blasted out of his body. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Moria wasn't as menacing as the other villains we faced. This battle felt quicker than a lot of the other ones. I think every other battle that we've had so far felt a lot quicker. I don't know, maybe it's just because I haven't seen him in a while. If I watch him again, it's like, oh, it felt quick. But I feel like they beat Moria pretty quick. They figured out some countermeasures for him pretty quickly. Man, I don't know. It just didn't feel as menacing or as gripping as any of the other I don't know. But that wraps it up for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to wrap it up here and continue on with the episodes in the next video here. So we actually got a lot done with this one. I mean, Moria is down, and now we got to see Nightmare Luffy in action. We got to see a combination of Gear 3rd and Gear 2nd. Where else would you see that other than Thriller Bark? I hope you guys like this episode. I hope you guys love this episode, and I hope we can get back into some episode cranking moments here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.